What's going on YouTube? It's JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter, coming to you with an action figure unboxing video. I just received yesterday in the mail the Masters of the WWE Universe Wave 4 figures. I've got the Fiend, which is my personal favorite. If you've watched another video, I went ahead and ordered the Canadian release of this earlier. I already unboxed it. There's a video on the channel for that. Jake the Snake Roberts. Seth Rollins, the Monday Night Messiah, now the Friday Night Savior, I guess. And then Mr. T, which of the other three, this is my favorite. I love that they're doing Legends, and I can't wait to unbox this. So let's take these four, let's go over to the table, let's unbox them, and I'll show you all the goodies and the accessories that come with these. Let's go. So what's up YouTube? We're over here ready to open up the Wave 4 Masters of the WWE Universe figures. And if you look in front of you, what you'll see is the Rattlesnake Mountain ring that I just unboxed. You go back and watch that video and you can see that ring and the accessories, the box, packaging, and the action figures that came with it. But I'm going to use it to display these figures as we open them. So to review what we've got the Fiend, Bray Wyatt from Wave 4. I'll go ahead and set these up. I'll put a couple in the ring. Jake the Snake Roberts. Seth Rollins. And I pity the fool, Mr. T. Pity the fool who don't like that figure. So there's your four figures from this wave. And so what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and crack open the packages, and then I'll fast forward the video, and then we'll look at the figures and their accessories. So let's get at it. Alright, so the first figure we'll look at is the Fiend, and I went ahead and cut the box package open. And let's look at, there's the card in the background. And then let's take a quick look at the comic. And there you go, there's the front artwork. And we'll open it up. I'm not gonna, if you look at my previous video where I unboxed the Canadian release, the only difference is these panels have dialogue, and I think the Canadian release didn't. I'll let you look at that one. That one's pretty cool. Can we get that to focus? There you go. And then there's the back showing the figures, so I'll display that in the background too. So here's the figure, and I'm not going to go into a tremendous amount of detail with the Fiend because there's a video on my channel, and I'm looking at it and I don't see any difference in the figure. But it comes with a vest, removable hands, and then long pants with his classic red print on the front, I guess kind of matching his real attire. And then the vest has got holes in the back, which I've put these weapons on there. And if you watch that video, I'll describe the struggle it takes to sometimes put these weapons on the hooks or the holes. The hooks are the weapons on the hole, sorry. And then those hands can be removed and you can replace those weapons. So like I said in that video, the American release is just like the Canadian. And you have a hinged jaw that's got articulation. So I'm going to have him stand up in the ring. And then I'm not going to go into much more detail because I want to spend more time on the other figures. So the next one we're going to unbox is the Seth Rollins. And so I opened that one up, and I'll just put this on top so we can see who's next. And here's his comic. It looks like he's battling Roman and Triple H and Braun Strowman. And who is that in the back? That's Sting? No, that's Undertaker. So here's the comic first panel. That's pretty cool artwork. And then there's the panel of the comic. Looks like he's fighting the Fiend in this comic. And then the back. So we'll stand that there. And then let's take a little in-depth look at this figure. So, starting with the head sculpt. I think they did a really good job. It looks pretty close to Seth. It looks better than I was expecting. It's got, you know, full beard, his long hair. The face sculpt looks decent. I liked the retro that I used for my custom that I made, if you want to check out the video of that. They used the mold of a classic Masters of the Universe attire from a couple of their different figures, and I like that. Then they just put the, you know, almost like bronze. Probably would have looked better if they had done a yellow or gold. But then it's got a lot of the lining on the trunks that Seth would normally have, along with the linings on his boots and his logo on his one knee pad there. So that figure is pretty good. And the one cool thing about it is they actually made a custom weapon, which doesn't look like any Masters of the Universe weapon that I've ever seen. So they're doing a good job of making the weapons unique and not just copying Masters of the Universe figures. So let's go ahead and put Seth in the ring. So next, let's do Jake the Snake Roberts. And I'm going to tell you what I don't like about this figure at the same time as we review it. So here's the head sculpt. And it may look a little weird to you, but if you see the edging of it, you might see a little bit of green peeking out, and I'll show you why in a minute. But it comes with the classic snake, which I like it because it's really rubbery and bendable. I wish all the snakes that came with the Mattel figures were like that. Let's hang it there. So that is what I would call, can we get that to focus? That's a mask. Reminds me of the Maskatron figure from Bionic Man. But he's got these armbands on that are kind of like the one on Finn Balor, but these are green. He's got hard plastic armor. And this is like the armor that came with the Macho Man figure, other than it's got this plate, and I'm not sure if it's removable, but they only give you one. So even if it doesn't do you any good to have it. He's got the snake wrapped around, you know, the artwork on his legs. And then he's got purple boots, which I like because I could use that to make a custom Undertaker. The one thing is, I'm not going to take this off. This vest is nearly impossible to get off if you've ever tried. That's one of the things I hate about the Macho Man figure is how hard it is, especially like a figure like this has got long hair that goes over these clips. My clips ended up with stress marks on it because they were so hard on the Macho Man figure, and I'm not doing that with this one. So the one thing I will tell you is, if you take the mask off, look at that. That is pretty cool. So it's like a snake. So it reminds me like King Hiss, but that green artwork goes all the way down his chest. And like I said, I'm not taking that off, but let's put this back on there so I don't lose it. So that's the one thing I don't like. I mean, it would probably take me longer than the rest of this video just to get that stinking vest off of there. So let's go ahead and wrap this bad boy back around his body here, so I can get it in this stinking ring. Okay, good enough. So that's Jake the Snake. And so here, and I didn't even put the card in there. Sorry about that. I got ahead of myself. I was so mad about that vest. But here's the comic book, since I forgot to show you. So that's the front cover. And you can get a better idea of the snake design on his chest. And then here's yeah, there you go. That's a really good semi-likeness to what the figure looked like when you take the plate off. And so there's the comic panels. And then the back with the 4 figures. Sorry about that, I should have showed that first. Mine had some damage. This time the comic books were closer to the top and they were bent. My Mr. T package already had some slicing on the back, where they got really happy with the box cutter when they was opening these up. But that's the card for Mr. T. And I will remember to show you the comic this time. So it looks like he's fighting Triple H in this. Everybody fights Triple H in here. So there's a good comic image of Mr. T, the heroic, what does that say? Heroic pitier of fools. Sorry, I didn't even think that that's what it was saying. The heroic pitier of fools. I didn't even read that on the front. And then there's the comic. So the one cool thing with him, at first, I didn't realize it came with two, like, of these gold gloves. But here's the Mr. T figure. They did an awesome job on the likeness, man. I know it's a comic version of him, but I think he did an awesome job. I love it. And then this one is a vest that you really don't need to take off, because he really doesn't have anything underneath other than just, you know, his skin, naked skin, if you want to call it that.
Excuse me?
They did a rubbery one with this one. This thing is really rubbery and movable, and you could take that off easy. Why didn't they do that with Jake? So it's kind of cool. It comes with two of these gloves that are supposed to be like his weapons. Here's the first one. And this is just like the same mold of the black one that came with Roman Reigns. So I thought at first that was all it was going to come with. And then I noticed it came with this one. And look, it kind of looks like it's got a chop motion. That's friggin' awesome. I love it. They remind me of the, you know, the gloves, the gauntlets that Thanos used in the Marvel Universe. And then his red tights have logos on the knee pads, and then he's got red and blue laces on the gold boots. This is my favorite figure other than the Fiend. I'm going to say the Fiend is my favorite just because I love the Fiend, but of the other ones and of the last release, I really love this Mr. T figure. I think this is going to be one of the most popular ones in the line. So I'll go ahead and give you a last look, and we'll get a little closer here to end the video. And that's the 4 figures. Sorry about that. That's the 4 figures in Wave 4. What do you think? Leave some comments below. Let me know what your favorite figure is. Please do me a favor and do the normal YouTube stuff. Like this video. Put any comments below, good, bad, or indifferent, because I know it helps push this through YouTube's universe. And then go ahead and also do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. I'm new to YouTube, so any support I can get would be helpful. And then hit that notification bell, and then you'll be notified when I post more of these unboxing videos. So I really appreciate you coming by the channel. I really appreciate your support, and I look forward to talking to you guys again in the next unboxing video. And until then, this is JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter, signing out, saying you guys be safe out there.